Hello everyone, I'm back with another tutorial and today we'll be painting an aesthetic seascape. Starting with the sky area, I'm using a really light shade of orange which I made by mixing a good amount of white and a tiny tinge of orange into it. This will give you a really light shade of orange which I'm using to cover up the lower side of the sky using a size 6 flat brush. Make sure you're using a thick coat of paint. And on top of it, I'm adding a thin coat of orange so that it blends with the surface. As you can see, as I'm moving my brush softly over the orange, it is blending with the shade in the base. And that is why we had used a thick coat of paint. A thick coat of paint enables you to blend the paints real easy. On the lower sides, I'm adding more strokes with orange since the lower side has to be more orangish in shade. You can keep on adding strokes and you can also use your fingers to blend them. For the rest of the area of the sky, I'm using a greyish blue shade which is actually a mixture of grey and a dark shade of blue. Blend the edges of the two shades using a moist brush. Just brush over it with a really soft stroke and they will blend easily. After this dries up, the area where the sun will be painted, I'm adding the highlights using lemon yellow. And at the center, using a size 0 detail brush, I'm adding the sun in a circular shape using white paint. Now I'll be using a really dark shade of grey using a round brush for the clouds. I'm first painting the clouds in a random shape. And then we'll go on to blending the edges. The shade which I used here was not dark enough, so I added another coat of black on top of it. I blended the edge of this cloud using my fingers while the paint was still wet. Move your fingers in soft circular motions and it will blend easily. At the partition between the two clouds, I added some white and blended it using my fingers. Since I had used a thick coat of grey paint, the white which I'm using on top is blending easily onto it. Just dab the white paint into the surface. Make sure you're using this real fast so that the surface does not dry up and you don't have to experiment with quantities of water. While the surface is wet, you will find it easier for blending. I added some highlight using a tiny amount of white to the other clouds as well. In case the borders dry up and you are not able to blend easily with fingers, you can make it little wet using a detail brush and then use your fingers on top of it. With a comparatively lighter shade of grey which I made by mixing a tiny amount of white to the previous shade, I'm adding clouds to the orange area. And with a furthermore lighter shade of grey, I added the highlights on the clouds which are on the orange area. And I'm taking out sun rays from the sun using white paint. Just take out thin strokes and move your finger on top of it. Now starting with the sea, the far end of the sea has to be dark in color. So I'm directly using black paint. We'll be using black paint for a thin wave that is way at the back. Now with the shade which we had used for the sky, that is on the clouds, I'm painting the rest of the waves. For all the waves we will be using this shade as the base. Now I'm using a really light shade of grey for which I had mixed white to the previous shade. You can mix and match the amount of white you use according to the kind of grey you want. The more you add white, the lighter your grey becomes, and if you make it darker, you need to add black. Now for the foamy part of the sea, that is where the sea foam forms from the waves, you have to use the lightest shade of grey which you have on your palette. And for the details, that is highlights on the waves, we'll be using a mediocre shade of grey. That is a shade between the sea foam and the base of the sea wave. I randomly used the light shade of grey for the sea foam and then blended it using a dry brush. Using the dry brush, I just brushed over the edges of the light shade strokes, and on top of it I added another layer of light grey paint. You can add your multiple layers according to your own self. And as you can see, here I'm using a mediocre shade. That is, this shade is a little darker than the one we used for the sea foam, but at the same time it is lighter, comparatively lighter rather, than the base of the sea wave. Just add random thin strokes, for which I'm using a size 1 detail brush here. I'm using my hand with very light pressure so that I'm able to give thin strokes. If you use too much amount of pressure on your hand or your brush, you may not get thin strokes. For the wave partitions, I gave a thin stroke of black, and on top of it I once again added the sea foam as we did earlier. Now for all of the rest of the sea waves, we'll be using the same process. Sea foam with the lighter shade of grey, and then the details on the waves using light hand random strokes. Here I'm added black for some highlights and then brushed over it so that the black blends with the grey in the base. Once again I did the base, and for the partition of this wave from the rest of the waves, I'm using black at the borders. Just a thin stroke of black at the borders, and I'm now blending this black into the surface. I'm just slowly brushing over this black so that it blends with the base. As I had told earlier, when you use a thick coat of paint in the base, whatever shade you use on top of it blends easily on top of it when you just lightly brush over it. Using light strokes on the black continuously in horizontal strokes, and then adding highlights using a light shade of grey. This is the last part of our seascape, and once again for the highlights I added black and blended onto it by brushing over it using a detail brush. Now I'm adding details using cadmium yellow. These are actually the reflections from the sun. More reflections should be at the far end where the sun is near to the sea. Towards the corners of these details, am I using a mixture of yellow and orange. And at the center, I used a very light shade of yellow, that is lemon yellow, for the highlights, and tiny white dots for the glistening water. The tiny white dots have to be more consistent near the sun, where obviously the water would glisten more. Peel the masking tape off after your painting has dried up. Here you are with your aesthetic seascape painting. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and if you did, do not forget to like, share and subscribe. Also, if you recreate this, you can send it to me on my Instagram handle, link for which is given in the description. Thank you for watching.